Hello, welcome to TechEd 2009 at Gold Coast. My name's Arzu Oskaya, I'm from CEO Training, and I've got Erdal here, who's a lead MVP, MCT, and an expert on Windows 7 here to talk to us about Windows 7. Hi Erdal, welcome
Hello,
on board.
Arzu.
I know we've got a lot to get through today, so I'm going to start straight with the questions. Can you give me an initial explanation why Windows 7?
With one word, simply the best.
Okay, but I still need to hear more about that.
Okay, now when we look in the Microsoft desktop operating system history, they in each new version they had really big jumps. But Windows 7, I can tell easily that it is the most user-friendly one. It is the most secure one. It is the disk can go for hours and hours. But what I can say is Windows 7 is not just good for IT pros, not just good for end users, it's good for also developers.
So it sounds like more of a one-stop shop for everyone.
Yes, because whatever your job function is, it doesn't matter if you're a housewife or a teacher or a trainer or a guy who programs, you need a desktop operating system.
Sure.
What Windows 7 does is, Windows 7 is making sure that it covers all the needs.
Okay. Can you actually give me a brief distinction between what XP and Vista used to do versus Windows 7 then? Maybe that might be able to give us a bit more enlightenment.
I'm gonna come from the consumer point. I remember when Windows 2000 XP was first out, people used to say, you know what, I'm never ever gonna go out of Windows 98. Windows 98 is my best, my favorite. And then they started to get used to XP. Because XP compared to 98 was a really huge jump.
Okay.
Then suddenly Windows Vista came out, which, to be honest, came as a good operating system out, but which had some compatibility issues in the beginning, prior Service Pack 1. But it had really good ideas over XP. But again, many companies couldn't go through the migration path because of the compatibility issues, because of the driver problems, which was out prior Service Pack 1. But what Windows 7 is, Windows 7 is Windows Vista as it should be.
Okay.
What I can say is Windows 7 did make sure that there is no mistakes, and I think it's Microsoft's biggest operating system so far, which was tested by millions. Again, this morning in the keynote, it was mentioned that it was Australia's internet record when was Windows 7 it was released for public download record.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm trying to
So
say is,
everyone's been waiting for it, it sounds like.
now where Windows 7 has been published to be RTM very soon, and it's already out for MSE and TechNet users, and I can tell that Windows 7 is gonna change the market demand.
Oh, wonderful. It's going to sound like a bit of a sales pitch, but can you actually tell me the top 5 or top 10 things about Windows 7 which people should know about?
Oh, this is again an hour's talk, but
Yes,
to keep
really briefly, please.
I can tell you my favorite features. My favorite features is the first one from an IT pro perspective. I can tell PSR.exe, problem steps recorder. Probably in your job, when you had some issues, you used to call your help desk, and your help desk used to say, okay, can you please tell me what you've done? And the users usually say, nothing. Of course you've done nothing, but, you know, can you please describe the problem? There used to be an issue. The described problem usually was not helping us, IT professionals, to fix the issues. But now, what we got is PSR. We just double click on it, run the recording, and it will basically capture the screen, plus take everything in text.
Oh, so we don't do print screens anymore.
It's inbuilt. Second one is App Locker. App Locker is, as the name says, application locker, which helps us to block, to not just block, to block or secure our end users. We can just we can control what users to allow to use them, or we can control which programs they can use. Not just also programs. With AppLocker also we can make sure that the applications are secured, malware, spyware, staying away. Another feature is UAC. Hey, UAC, probably user access control. Okay, what is that? I mean, all Windows Vista users, they know it, but in Vista, the idea was really good. Each change, each user change attempt, which is gonna affect the operating system, was warned to user, hey, you know what? You're just about to do an important change. Are you sure you wanted to go ahead? And the users had to click yes or no.
Okay.
So the idea was great, but the missing bit was sometimes you got in restaurant very good meal, but salt is missing. Once you put the salt,
One ingredient is not there.
this is the best part, and the salt was missing because Windows Vista was pushing up nearly every second. You know what? You're changing something, and many people, including
Tiring
myself,
sometimes, yes.
including myself, they turn this feature off. Now, Windows 7 is giving us the perfect ability which you can control when and how often to pop up. So basically, now you can tell, you know what, Windows 7, don't warn me in this, in this, in this. Warn me only in
So you
important
can
changes.
categorize it basically.
Yes.
Okay. So
We got a nice, like a volume button, which you can drag up and down. But of course, it's a triangle, security at the top, ease of use at the bottom. If the pointer is at the top, so it's harder to use, but more secure. If the pointer comes to the bottom, it's easier to use, but less secure.
Okay. So from a security component, is that what's covered in Windows 7 as a security feature?
Oh, there are so many security features.
Okay.
Like another one is BitLocker. Again, a Vista user is going to say, what? BitLocker? This is not new. Yes, but again, with Windows 7, we have just, when I say we, Microsoft has just expanded the capabilities. One of the great features is, again, BitLocker to go. Now, what is BitLocker? BitLocker is making sure that, I think you just told me, a couple of days ago, someone still break into your office and they steal the laptops.
Yes, they have.
Or these days, everyone has a memory stick. So what BitLocker is doing, BitLocker is making sure that your hard drive is encrypted.
Okay.
These little things, seriously, I don't know how many did I lost of them. Thanks to TechEd, thanks to the boots, I get every TechEd fee. But after TechEd, I lose them again a lot. Now, what is going to happen to my information?
You lose
How
the
can I
security as well.
secure them? Basically, put it into my little laptop, which was given for each TechEd attendees, plug it in, right-click, encrypt, make sure it's password protected, and what's going to happen is, even if you lose it,
They can't do anything with
they
it.
can't do anything
Okay.
unless they know the password.
So it only encrypts. Is it just for USBs? Does it encrypt everything else as well?
It is also, you can encrypt every hardware which stores data. Basically, hard drives, this is part of a hard drive component.
Okay. Anything that basically can be plugged in. That sounds wonderful. Let me see. I'm just thinking of what more features can you actually talk about from a Windows 7 perspective. So how is it actually from a troubleshooting and efficiency perspective? Because with Vista troubleshooting compared to Windows 7 troubleshooting, how would you actually distinguish it?
Before I jump there, I have to distinguish that Windows 7 is built on the power of Windows Vista. So Windows 7 is not a brand new product. It shares the code in a when I say shares the code, it was built on top of it, but from scratch. So it did use all the components of Windows Vista. When it comes to troubleshooting, one of them I just mentioned, which is Problem Steps Recorder. There's also some other troubleshooting tools which is integrated.
Okay.
If you, connecting to wireless network is now much easier. But if you are just an end user and you don't know what to do, you can basically just right click, and it was introduced in 2000. But there are also many other new troubleshooting tools which was integrated.
Okay. Something I heard about Windows 7, which I heard people talking about, was Action Center. Can you enlighten me on what is an Action Center?
Okay, Action Center is actually a rebranded known product. Action Center is the center which we had something similar in XP Service Pack 2, which is called Security Center. Then in Vista we had something similar as well, but Action Center is basically an umbrella which makes sure that you can, as the name says, you can take actions to secure your computer, to back up your computer, to see if Windows Update is there.
Okay.
When I say Windows Update, again, I'm going to talk about this in another session. Windows Vista and Windows 7 and Windows Server 2008 R2 now going to have the same Windows Update function. So basically, if there's any service pack out, you don't have to download it, one for the servers, one for the clients, one for the blah blah. No, it's going to be one update from one location. And if you got your Windows Update services up and running, it's going to reduce your download time, not download time, but download limit. And basically, you can just control all your actions from one step. Again, when you said Action Center, I can tell you that Windows 7 is designed as one-click operating system. So Microsoft has aimed to not just make it good looking, not just making faster, not just Microsoft also aimed to get the one click there.
Okay.
When I say one click, now we got finally, if you want to shut down your computer, you can basically click in the start logo, and shutdown is there ready for you.
Okay.
And the good thing is you can fully customize it.
Okay.
Again, I know you're using Windows operating system since years. Now you should be proud to be a PC because compared to other operating systems which is out in the market, Windows 7 is giving you much more flexibility. Now, the statistics show that an average user have always more than Windows open, and it was like a messy room. When I say messy room, Windows 7 has make sure that your desktop, your taskbar is easier to control. How? Via the arrow functions, via the glass viewers, and some other function which is making the desktop looking nice and tidier.
Okay.
With a few clicks, basically you
So
can
presentations there, basically.
you got a couple in your taskbar. You got an icon, which again we had something similar in to XP, show desktop, but again this time it's not icon. You can just click on it. That will minimize your desktop. With Aero Glass, you can just not just flip like in Vista the screens through, which was cool. You could click the Windows logo and tab button. Now it will also minimize your Internet Explorer. Even if you don't got 20 windows open, it will just have one little icon at the bottom. You can just drag the mouse on top of the Internet Explorer logo, for example, and you will have all the windows open next to it. Again, you ask security. Internet Explorer 8, which is inbuilt to Windows Vista, is part of security as well. Internet Explorer 8 is now much faster and fully integrated with Windows 7, which also give us more flexibility for IT pros to protect the environment via group policies.
Sure. I've got last two questions before we cut it off. I've been hearing things about Windows 7 where they say it makes things disappear. Where that it was actually dropping off into a zooming feature and appearing, is that what that actually falls under?
Yes.
Okay. Would you be able to tell me how it's compatible is it with Server 2008 from a Windows 7 perspective?
I can tell you, when you say Windows Server 2008, actually Windows Server 2008 is a great product, but it's now even much better. But the name is called Windows Server 2008 R2. Okay. What R2 does is, it works much better. Basically, it's Windows 7 Server. It's designed to work great with Windows 7. And again, TechEd Online users, if you search for my name, Erdal Özkaya, and you will see that we're going to just talk about that in another session. So it's another great topic. But what I can recommend the users is to visit my blog, which is www.yourmct.com, to get more information about this stuff.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming along. It's been wonderful having you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.